It's ridiculous. No matter where you swipe, on TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts, the next digital fever dream is lurking around every corner. Who even remembers the clunky 3D animations from Mafia City? Today, we've taken the madness a step further. Now I'm drawn to games with generic titles like Hero Tower, God Wars, or Rise of Kingdoms, churned out on an assembly line, often with AI-generated assets that look like a bad trip. The current advertising strategy has now reached a level of absurdity that defies all logic. The strategy is as old as it is brazen. A mobile game buys ad space but shows everything, except its own game. Instead of actual gameplay, we often see hyper-intense screw-pin puzzles, or those endless runner gates, where you run through gates to expand your army. The problem? These mechanics often don't even exist in the actual game, or only as a tiny mini-game that you have to grind for 10 hours to unlock. What you get instead is the all-too-familiar user experience nightmare. A pile of ugly menus, base-building timers that force you to pay, and increasingly, an interface so plastered with limited offers that you can barely see the game screen anymore. The contrast is so absurd that YouTube channels exposing these lies now have millions of subscribers. Why are these campaigns still so successful today, even though we all know they're lying? Because the numbers speak for themselves. Gardenscapes and homescapes have shown the way. Despite massive criticism and even bans by advertising regulators in some countries, revenue from these misleading ads has skyrocketed. It's a deliberate choice against honesty. The question is no longer, why is the advertising so bad? But, why does psychological manipulation work so well? Because success here isn't measured in aesthetics, but in the conversion rate of those who get hooked. Back in the day, it was all about the download. Today, ads often serve a dual purpose. They're sometimes intentionally so annoying and repetitive that they're meant to wear you down. They're the best sales tool for YouTube Premium or ad-free app versions. You're essentially paying a protection fee to avoid having to see this visual trash anymore. At the same time, they target the whales, the top 0.2% of players who finance the entire ecosystem. These people don't care about the ad's graphics. They're looking for the next dopamine rush in the gameplay's gambling loop. By the way, a full video on this topic will be coming soon to the channel, so subscribe so you don't miss a thing. A few years ago, it was still traditional market research. Today, it's all about algorithmic dominance. Thanks to modern AI models, publishers can create thousands of variations of a commercial in minutes. No one thinks about what looks good anymore. Meta and Google feed their algorithms with chaotic clips. Sometimes it's an AI-generated dog in distress. Sometimes a completely bizarre relationship story with a plot twist that makes no sense. The algorithm tests in real time on millions of users. Do they get hooked on the crying bride in the mud? Or on the guy who's too dumb to solve a simple puzzle? Whatever gets clicks gets scaled up. We find ourselves in an evolutionary loop of bad taste, optimized by machines. An interesting trend in recent years is story baiting. As seen in Merge Mansion, the game features high-quality cinematic trailers that weave a mysterious family saga centered around an arrested grandmother. The message on her hand constantly changes to trigger different target audiences. We're sold an epic narrative, only to end up moving tiles on a grid. It's the carrot and stick approach, now perfected in the digital realm. Looking at the whole picture today, it's no longer just misleading. It's often brazen theft of other indie developers' assets or the complete sellout of creativity to AI. Bad is actually the wrong word. This advertising is a highly efficient weapon, forged from data and psychological vulnerabilities. In a world of personalized algorithms and massive profit margins, quality falls by the wayside because the profit to be gained through deception is simply too great. And since platforms like YouTube profit from the premium subscriptions we buy to escape this advertising, nothing is likely to change anytime soon, unfortunately. That's a terrible shame for genuine gaming culture, but a damn good business for those with no scruples. Thanks for watching, and take care.